right, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for checking out today's video. In this video, we are going to be doing a funnel hack of Peng Joon's new funnel for his upcoming live event, Old School New Strategy. So if you're new to the channel, my name is DG Funnels. I help businesses get more clients online using sales funnels. So if you don't know, now you know. And funnel hacking is important because success leaves clues. So it's always a good idea to keep close tabs on what the top marketers in the game are doing, because they're the ones that are investing tons of time, energy, effort, and resources into finding what works. So this video is going to help you if you've ever asked, how do I get better conversions? How do I get more leads? How do I get more sales? How do I get more registrants? How do I get more people to buy stuff? How do I get people who did buy stuff to buy more stuff? And I'm sure we'll cover even more questions than that. So let's go ahead and get right into the funnel hack. Okay, so the first thing that sticks out to me is this headline. It's got a ton of curiosity. He's highlighted a lot of the curiosity building words: discover, weird, simple, boring, underground, online entrepreneurs, sell almost anything. So that part makes a lot of sense. But what really stuck out to me here was the call to action. So typically, a lot of people will say discover or how to first, but he's actually putting a call to action here that says watch this video. So he's really pushing for you to watch this VSL. And if you're new to the channel, that means video sales letter. Okay. And this VSL is basically him reading a version of the sales copy that's found later on the page. Now, that's very common, and it's also very effective and a great time saver. Okay. So he reads that version of the script. And one thing that stuck out to me with this VSL, not in the way that you think, is that there were actually typos in the closed captions. Now, that's not a knock on Peng Joon. The reason why I bring that up is because it's okay for you to launch imperfectly. So many times we have funnels that just sit there collecting dust, waiting to be finished, when we could have launched that funnel imperfectly and already started generating money. So launch imperfectly. Don't try to make this Sistine Chapel of funnels. Get it out there, get traffic to it, continue to tweak, fix, and edit it along the way. Now, after you get past the VSL, and I'm just going to go ahead and close this here. Now we have the event details and we have the price. Now, if you're wondering why is the price so high in the funnel, remember the call to action in the headline was for you to watch the video. So if you watch the video, then you already know the price, and it makes sense to have the reveal here. And now the next sections is what I call setting the stage. And before you introduce your main concept, you want to pre-frame your customer to create a need. So essentially, you want to show them why the thing that you're about to introduce is important and why it's going to make sense for them. So as you could see, he's taking us on a journey from 2021 all the way back to 1995. And then he has a nice little headline here where he's just kind of, again, setting the stage. And then here he's telling you, if you were to go through history, taking a look at the winners, you know, blah, 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 what did they do? So see how he set the stage, and now he's going to pose the question, which then sets up the big reveal. And he keeps going. Think about it for a second. So he's giving you a chance to reach that conclusion on your own, right? And once he finishes that, now he's going to tell you that it's messaging. So here's his big reveal. His big reveal is that regardless of what the modality was, so whether it was webinars, whether it was email marketing, whether it was having a website in 1995, whether it was Facebook ads 10 years ago, none of that stuff really mattered. The modality didn't matter, because the point is, right, that modalities change over time. But what hasn't changed is messaging. Messaging is the one thing, the one common thread that dictated success. And one of the things to me that stuck out, and why this is genius, and how you can use this in your business, is that gurus, there's gurus in every niche, right? Gurus are always saying it's this, it's that, it's this, it's that. So in this niche, the gurus are saying you got to be on Facebook, you got to be on TikTok, you got to be on YouTube. Now they're saying you got to be on Clubhouse, right? And so this is how Peng Joon is strategically positioning himself against the gurus by saying, hey, all of those things do work. It's true, but it's not actually those platforms. It's really the messaging. So take this messaging and you can do this anywhere. And that's a really powerful message. It's very subtle. It's not like he's screaming that at you, but it's one of those things where if you're in this niche, you recognize that, at least subconsciously. And so in your niche, when you're putting together your sales page, that's something that you can think about too. How do the gurus, what is the typical way that people say to get things done that people typically emphasize? And how do I find the one common thread, the thing that actually does make a difference, that thing that actually moves the needle? And that's the point here. It's not Facebook, it's not webinars, it's not email, it's messaging that moves the needle. So figure that out for your particular niche and in your business, and make sure to incorporate that in your sales pages as well. So now that we have the big reveal, and he just kind of touches on it here, messaging and strategy. Okay. We're going to get into, let's see, and that's all again, just a part of his big reveal. So I'm just moving through that. You guys can go through and read the funnel if you want, whenever you have time. Okay. Now we're getting into the price reveal. And with the price, now he wants to create value for the price he's actually charging. And so the way that you create value is you show what the typical price would be, right? So, hey, normally for a live event, it's basically $4,000. And if you had a family of four like me, it would actually be 16,000 plus everything else. So he's building value basically by saying that if you wanted to do this any other time, it would have cost you $4,000. You would have to fly, you would have hotels, you would have food cost. Now you're getting it for just $7. So he's building value. Now, one of the things that he had said in the VSL that isn't in the sales copy is that he wanted to do this for free, but he was talked out of it because when people pay, they pay attention. And you've probably heard that a lot, as I have heard that. It's a good line, and it makes sense. So this is what you would call a low ticket front end offer, by the way. So that's $7. And now he's going to address the pricing for skeptics. Now, this is a really, really important part of the funnel. And I've noticed Russell Brunson has been doing this a lot, more emphasis on this lately. A lot of people are doing a more emphasis on this. And you need to you need to address the low price for skeptics, because they're thinking, it's something for $7 really life changing. Is it even worth $7? Should I really book up? Because remember, even though it's $7, it is a live event, right? So should I really set aside 9 hours over 3 days to do this? So you're not just justifying the price, you're also justifying the other commitment to actually completing it as well. And so do not leave this out of your funnels. This is super important. So we're just going to take a quick look at how he goes about addressing price for the skeptics. So his first point here is he wants to set a new standard of getting paid based on results and performance. The second, and this one is actually my favorite, because the more truth that you put into these justifications of price for the skeptics, the more powerful it is. So here he's saying, I get another one of my products in your hands, and when you see how awesome it is, it should get you excited to buy more stuff from me. And then the last one is, I'm kind of a show off. I know many gurus out there are throwing out numbers without real proof of their results, blah, 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 blah. Now, those are all really good. But like I said, to me, number two is the best. And if you all are thinking, should I just take these three and rewrite them? Yes, you absolutely can. I know for a fact that two and three were used in Traffic Secrets Funnel. And again, that's the name of the game. Like I said in the beginning, success leaves clues. Keep tabs on the top marketers. There's a reason that they're doing these things. So is it a coincidence that in Russell Brunson's Traffic Secrets Funnels, two of his price justifications were I get another product in your hands and I'm kind of a show off? And now we're looking at Peng Joon's funnel, and two of his justifications are I get another product in your hands and I'm a show off. No, it's not a coincidence. This is by design. Okay. So let's see what we have here next. Now we have the call to action. Okay, so he just says join us for the 3-day virtual event. That's one thing that I personally am trying to get a lot better at in my funnels as well, is just having a straight up call to action, telling them, hey, do this, join us. So it's very important that as you get towards the bottom of your funnel, you have a very clear and concise call to action. Don't hold back. Just tell them what to do. And one of the things that I'll point out here is that he is using pertinent images to reinforce his credibility. And again, as you notice in this funnel, there's a lot of images. Even a lot of these headlines are images. That's why the load time on this funnel is a little slow, but it's up to you. You can use images or you can use text. They say a picture's worth 1,000 words. So you figure out whether you want to do a picture or whether you want to do 1,000 words. There's no right or wrong answer for that. And then he has a nice sub headline here. And this one, I want to just point out that he tells you that this will work even if you're an absolute beginner. So again, you're thinking as you're writing your sales copy, you're thinking about the objections. Man, I don't want to do this. I'm just a beginner. So he's letting you know, hey, even if you're a beginner, even if that's one of your concerns, don't worry. This will work for you. So again, you think about in your niche, what are some of the objections that your customers will have as it relates to your product? And you want to address those in your sales copy. Okay, so he says there will be no replays, and this is a strategic play to add value later in the funnel. And then he restates the event details. And now notice that the button text has changed. So earlier in the funnel, it was just, hey, get your ticket to the live event. Now he's actually using more of an affirmation, which is, I'm ready to ignite my business. And again, it's just one of those subtle strategic plays. When you are funnel hacking and you're looking at your competitors, these are all of the subtle details and things that you want to be taking notes regarding as well. So you want to look at what's the text that they're using on the button. Is it an affirmation like this one? Is it just get your ticket? Did it change? How many different variations of call to actions did they use on their button? So these are all of the little things that ultimately make the funnel really effective. And then he's opening up this final section with a question. And the questions are designed to get you to start making your own conclusion. So one of the most powerful aspects of sales, whether it's in a funnel, on the phone, is the importance of the person that you're selling feeling as though they reached the conclusion on their own. You didn't guide them. You didn't tell them what to think. You didn't tell them what was best. They figured it out. It's a very, very important part of the sales process. And so what this is doing here is that he's opening it up with a question, and then he's going to future paste. And by future paste, it's basically where you want the person to envision the future version of themselves with the result that you're promising. So if you could grab, as he's saying here, if you could grab and implement just a handful of principles and sell more products, programs, and services, would it be worth it? And then can you imagine the mistakes that I've made and struggle with and learn so that you can avoid them? So again, he's future pacing it. He wants you to think about your future self with the results that you're going to get from attending this event. Now, the last thing that I'll kind of point out here is we'll take a look at the order. So he has the order form on a pop-up, and the only thing that really stuck out to me here was he has the phone number field. And this was really cool because I did go through the full funnel. And when I plugged in my phone number, I immediately got a text confirmation. So that's pretty cool to see and whatnot. So a couple of things that to really make a note of. What I have noticed is this. I'm not going to say courses are dead, but I am going to say courses are on life support. And here's why I say that. People don't want to pay $1,000 for a course that they're probably not going to finish. People are tired of sitting on webinars. And I'm not saying webinars are dead and webinars don't work. They still work. But for most people that are trying to do webinars, they're not working. And there's a little bit of a shift here where people don't want something that's going to take them months and months and months to complete, to learn one or two skills. They want something that is quick and readily consumable that will allow them to be able to get a result super fast. And so I've noticed a significant rise in these live events. And these live events make a lot of sense for the person that's doing them. Number one, you're able to get paid up front to create a product. So when you look at the investment that Peng Joon actually made, I think he says here he spent $15,000 to build this funnel. But outside of that, what did he really do? He had to block off his calendar, put together his teaching points that he's going to talk on, and now he's ready to go. And he'll film this, right? It will be recorded, and then he'll have the recordings. That's a product. That product, for the people that buy it, will have it. And then down the road, if he wants to add that into another product as a bonus, he does. And so the reason why I mention that is because if you're a course creator, if you're a coach, if you're selling anything online, any type of information product or teaching or anything, then you should be looking at doing these live events. They're lucrative. They save you time. And look, if it's an idea or something that people aren't even really interested in, it really doesn't cost you much. I know that when I had built my first course product, it took me 3 months. And over that 3-month span, all I did was I was able to build a funnel, build my deliverables, and then I made the course content. I didn't get paid for it. And the course content was probably about 2 hours total, maybe 3 hours of course content. And so I look at that investment, and it took me 3 months. And he's going to do this. He's going to do this event over 3 days. He's going to produce 9 hours of content and really invest very little time up front and be compensated to do it. Whereas that 3 months, I didn't make any money for for building that product. So if you're not using these live events in your business, you're really doing yourself a disservice. People are looking for these, whatever you want to call them, workshops, master classes, mini courses, whatever, mini offers, whatever you want to call it. People are really, really interested in these right now. And so I want to mention this to you as well. I'm not going to do a full funnel hack right now because the event hasn't passed yet. And I don't want to spoil this for Peng Joon or anyone else that's going to go through this funnel, because a part of going through the funnel is the unknown. That's a part of the psychology. So I'm not going to tell you about the OTOs yet. That means one-time offer if you're new to the channel. We will cover those on February 18th. So when this goes live, when this event goes live on February 18th, I am going to that day be releasing my video where I actually break down every single page in this funnel. So we're going to break down all of the OTOs. We're going to break down all of the offers. We're going to break down why they make sense, how they complement the thing here. And I will tell you this, he's using a strategy that I refer to as SLIM. That's SLIMM. And I'll tell you exactly what that is on February 18th. So make sure to subscribe to the channel. That way you receive a notification as soon as that video is released. And let me know in the comments below, what did you think of this funnel? Did you like it? Did you think it was cool? Hey, did I miss anything? I'd love to get your feedback. And for the people that stayed to the end, also there's a link in the description below where you can grab a free guide that's going to show you how to write how to write high converting sales pages. So it's 11 steps. Go ahead and grab that guide and start making more sales. So that's the video. And until the next time, peace.